welcome to the Free Idea Podcast. Woo! This is it. This is me talking to you on a Sunday. Alright, killed enough brain cells. Enough. I just come from finishing a 5K marathon. My first marathon ever, and my first official medal ever. Woo! I don't think I ever received a medal for sports. I received it for being at school. That was pretty cool, but never for sports. And yeah, this is my first sport medal ever, and it feels cool. I did it. It was easy peasy. It was so fun. I really excuse me for a bit as I am trying to drive here. I'm trying to drive and have a conversation. Isn't that strange? I need to stop talking in order to concentrate. Well, that's what you get when you drive about 56 miles and then about to get on the highway and recording a podcast because I'm him. I'm him. You see? I'm him. I'm the him. I drive and record podcast after marathon. It was fun. 5K, about 3 miles of outdoor running. It was really fun to see all those people just running at the same time. You know, a lot of young people, old people, parents with their babies, the baby strollers, running with a baby stroller. That was fun to see. And then there was like people with dogs running. Very skinny people, very big people. They were all sizes and all shapes. And it was fun. And you wouldn't believe it. Like some people were winning, and there were some bodybuilders, and they were like, they would get tired fast, and then they would speed up. And it was fun. That was really cool. And then the feeling when they say they're ready, set, go, and everybody's just like running in a big ball of people, it feels cool. It feels like the medieval wars. I felt the hymn in me. I feel the heart pounding like, yes, to victory! I see how engulfing, invigorating can be for those people that fought in the wars back then, where there was like a bunch of people just running, and then there was like, and then the world wars where they just ran towards the fire. Yeah, I can see why people would run and feel invincible, at least for like a couple of seconds before you get shot or stabbed. You really felt invincible running with like hundreds of people there. It was fun. Really fun. Really loved it. I'm gonna do another 5K whenever I get a chance, because this one was really fun. And they were giving like free food, like bananas and drinks and snacks and massages. Yeah, I got like my small like 5-minute massage on my legs afterwards. It's pretty nice. And then I took their flyer and everything. You know, massages in the US are expensive. Very expensive, but you know, this was okay. According to this, I'm in the express lane. Let me see. Give me a moment. I don't get it. What's going on here? Looks like the highway's free, but there's one lane that you have to pay for it. If you go to the left, it's left. You pay for it. So weird. America trying to make money out of everything. Capitalism, yeah. This is it. This is capitalistic America. America, where you spend money to drive your car that was taxed, with your gas that was taxed, that you also have to buy, with your oils that you have to change and buy, and your tires that you have to buy. And it's pretty hot, right? And the roads that you pay and you don't pay, and half you do and just, I don't know how this works. There was a Star Wars people over there. It was pretty cool, like a Darth Vader and a stormtrooper, like 4 stormtroopers, 1 dark stormtrooper, Darth Vader there. Darth Vader was at the finish line just clapping. It was so cool. And then he asphyxiated me as I was winning on my first place. Well, I didn't get first place, but you know, I did go there like fast. 1/3 at least of the people first to arrive. 1/3, and then I got a medal. Um, and then I went to just driving around to Sam's Club. Man, Sam's Club has this hot dog that is $1. I got a I got a hot dog, a drink, a slice of pizza, and they say it's a slice, but it's pretty much like half a pizza. All for like $3.73, something like that. That is such a good deal. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that Sam's Club still holds the prices of their hot dogs pre-inflation. Like they just froze those prices. In fact, they kind of make them cheaper as they go. I think that is really cool. It's a window, but there's only one guy doing all the work, which was a little sad to see. Yeah, that's probably how they keep the prices so low. It's only one person doing all the work. Poor guy. Oh, military helicopters, cool. Jets, tanks. I think I'm driving past a military museum. Free and open to the public. Free Texas Military Museum. Ooh, I wanna go. That looks cool. Um, yeah, today I wanted to do a podcast. The free idea that I want to share with you today, is the more that you repeat a bad thought, the more that you make it a habit, and the more power you give it. For example, I hate my job, so every day I repeat that. I say I hate my job every morning when I wake up. I say I hate my job, and every night before I go to sleep, I say I hate my job. You know, when I say it like that, it sounds like an amazing routine that it's so easy to keep up with. Because I fucking hate my job. But yeah, apparently I'm doing it wrong because when good things happen at work, like for the past 2 days, let's just say, and then I still say I hate my job the day before I go, that's just a force of habit at that point. Like maybe I'm gonna enjoy it. Most of the days now I'm like I hate my job, I don't wanna go, and then I end up enjoying like part of it, and then I come home like, hey, that wasn't so bad. Hopefully tomorrow is also like this, but I will not. I hate my job, and I build the wrong habit of just hating my job for the sake of hating it. Although I do hate it, but yeah, that's the free advice right there. Free. After you hear my rambling, I heard this one from TikTok, or Instagram. I don't know. Same short videos where they're asking one person about it. I think it was a woman from the Joe Rogan podcast, the researcher. Maybe it was Jordan Peterson and some other podcast. I don't know. But somebody was saying that there's a habit, giving power to the negative self talk, but it's not like habit as in as the word. It's more like a thought, specifically giving power to thoughts by just telling yourself that same thing over and over, because apparently the mind doesn't know what's real from fake. Real from fake, although of course it does know, right? But I get it. Sometimes we just believe things. Like for those people that have terrible situations right now in their relationships, they may think that their wife or girlfriend is cheating on them, and then they just believe it, and they keep focusing on that, and they keep, just because they're focusing on that cheating, they start finding signs that are not really signs, but they look suspicious. And then as they go and continue, they get more paranoia, and they keep seeing more and more signs until they have enough, and they're like, I quit, or something like that, and that's all, I'm done. And then they just realize that there was never some cheating happening or something. Now, I don't know any story that has happened. Usually when somebody is suspicious for cheating, there's a good reason for that. From what movies I see. I don't know, but in real life, I don't know. But that's the point. when you're looking for something, you'll find it more often everywhere. And so, yeah, but it's not easy. What has worked for me so far is um, doing this podcast, actually, and exercising. There's two things. There's two things that I realized when I was all sad and tired. Number one is that I will always be tired no matter what. Like my body's in pain, constant pain, and that's it. And then number two, my body is also in constant tiredness. Always. Welcome to the adult life. I'm getting there. Tired all the time, nothing new. Oh, right here, I'm gonna have to take a left. We must not miss this really strange loopy doopy doo, loopy doopy da, loopy doopy doo, loopy doopy 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 doo. Yeah, it gets really strange here. Then I forgot my train of thought over here. What's going on? Yes, please go ahead. Merch, because I'm not an asshole from Austin, as many people are. Nice driver. I let people merge. That goes to everybody who lives here. Literally everybody, even my grandma. Everybody. Let people merge. The worst thing is missing an exit. Nah, it's the worst. Just for the sake of that feeling. Save some people from that feeling. Save them from that feeling. You don't need to be an asshole. And just let them merge. I know, sometimes they merge too much. Give it a limit. You let one person merge, it's okay. You let two person merge, it's maybe like a little irritating, but not too much. Three people merging, now it's like, alright, that's it, my dude. That's it. You gotta kick rocks. Go over there. Go suffer. You shouldn't be merging this late. Okie dokie, now I need to speed up. Speed up! And march to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. There we go. And we're safe. On the way home. Austin right now has a lot of blue flowers. Blue bonnets, I guess that's what they call them. They're pretty. But they only come in blue. Just like those blue bonnets. Only in blue. No other color. That's because it's a blue state. I mean a blue city. Turn it into politics. So, I was talking about something. I don't know about myself. Yeah, the constant tiredness and the constant pain of being me and alive. I don't know where that comes from. For the tiredness, I learned to just become active despite all the 1,000 things that I have to do as a responsible adult. I kind of put exercise as my number one thing on the list, even if I'm feeling tired. I also learned that the best way for me to start exercising is instead of being on the sofa watching Instagram reels and TikToks, I just go to the elliptical machine, which is basically a treadmill, but it hurts your legs a lot less. And I go there and I do, what do I do? I put a phone on TikTok and I just go at a nice pace. And I end up doing an hour and 30 minutes usually, which later equals like 3 miles. It's very fun. This one time I was there for I was gonna leave at like mile 2. And then I reached mile 2, but then I also found this TikTok video very funny from two comedians that were grilling each other. And they grilled each other. So fun. It was Bill Burr and some guy, Victor something, I don't know if he was a Jewish descendant or religion, and so they were like grilling each other because he was Jewish in his nose, and then he was grilling Bill Burr for being bald, being bald and having like a wart in between his eyebrows and nose. It was really good, and that kept me for another mile, like an entire mile, Just laughing was good. It eased my pain. Alrighty, time to merge right. Merging right, merging right, merging right. Um, that helps a lot, TikToking. So I took my weakness, which was TikTok. I really can't deal with TikTok. I tried deleting it from my phone multiple times, same as Instagram. But I do really good for like a lot of days. I don't use it, but then there's one day that I have free time. I'm like, I deserve to just relax a little, and so I use TikTok, and then the habit starts all over again, where I just get glued to my phone for like 3 hours, and I love it. That's the amazing part. I love every second of that 3 hours. The only thing I don't love is the ending when it's like, oh, it's time to go to work, and I could have been doing something else. So now I, instead of deleting it, I tried to learn to live with it and to use it to my advantage. So my weakness is TikTok, and my other weakness is gym. I hate it. Gym is so boring. I can't. It's so boring. It's repetitive. It's the same thing over and over. Even if I'm carrying heavy weights, it's just so boring. And then you don't see the results until much later. So like months, sometimes years. So I mean, I'm not using steroids. So that just makes it even more boring. But great, alas, came the idea. Mix TikTok, which is very very fun, with mindless running, which is very very boring. And boom, all of a sudden, I got a healthy habit for me. Okay, and we hit traffic, the famous Austin traffic. Mwah. Gorgeous, delicious. 3 lanes merging into 2. What is this? 4 lanes? 4 lanes merging into 3. Or something like that. I don't know. 3 into 2, 4 into 3. The point is, there's less and more of us. Less of land and more of us. I want to be a construction worker. They don't do anything. When I drive by, they just stare at stuff. That's all they do. They just kind of stare at one guy working, and then when everybody's done, they just kind of stare at the work that has been done, and they just look at it and then talk to each other and they point, and they're like, "Oh, you see that square over there? Needs to be a little bit more squarey." Yeah, I agree. It needs to be a little more square. We should move it a little bit to the left too. Yeah, I agree. A little bit to the left. 3.5 inches. Yes, sir. 3.5 inches to the left. Move that square. Yeah. Oh, so it's gonna take us so much longer. It's gonna set us back by 3 months. 3 months ain't nothing. We gotta get it, do it. Could get it done. It's 10 of us, 10 of us, and then 10 of us come, and only one of them works. So it's like they come in, they come in, they clock in, they take a shit for about the first hour, then they go to work for like 20 minutes, then they go on break for like half an hour, and then they go to work for another 10 minutes. I loved it. I worked something similar before, and it was the most easy job ever, but also the most boring job ever. And boy, was I making money. I was making money, so much money. But it bored me out of my mind, honestly. And I quit it. I quit that shit because I realized that I was only working for the money and there was nothing else in it for me. And good thing I did because I did that, the super strange result was that I quit my electrician job apprentice at a refinery, which was very, just what I said, boring. And I ended up working in China, and met my wife, who is not Chinese by the chance. It's American from a neighborhood state, Florida. Look at that. Look at that. I went all the way half across the world to find my wife, which was actually just my neighbor in the US, in Florida. But that's how life works. In Florida, an American in China, 2 Americans. It was good. So where was I? I keep drifting, but my stories, I like them. And then, I swear I'm gonna get better at this podcasting thing. This is episode 40 something, and I feel like by the point I get to episode at 100, I'm gonna be a real master at it compared to my first episodes. I remember my first ones, I was so shy to speak and I would say it. I was honest. And now, I'm not shy to speak, but I am nervous of running out of stuff to say, or a little nervous that you're gonna get bored of listening to me. But you know what? It's okay if you get bored. It's okay. You should get bored. I'm not the most entertaining clown in town. I'm just some dude in the highway of Austin using my time to drive to speak to myself and consequently to you. And I just spread wisdom the way I spread bread. I just take a big chunk and smear it all over and maybe it tastes good, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I put too much, maybe I didn't. That is a philosophy of life. So yeah, being tired, what was it? Being tired and gym and TikTok. Perfect combination. TikTok in the elliptical machine, which is basically a treadmill. Um, it has worked so well that I was doing about 3 miles every day for this past week. I tried movies with Netflix. I tried John Wick as well. It was really good. Oh, John Wick was such a good movie. It got me going really fast. And then what? The only problem that I have is that it doesn't carry me when it comes to weights. That part I still find boring because I cannot watch TikTok while I'm doing weights. And podcasts, maybe podcasts, but they're kind of boring me. So I think my strategy is just keep running, and eventually my body will probably be okay with some weights without TikTok or something. I don't know. Right now I'm just trying slowly. And so that's about. Oh, and then when I started gymming again, my tiredness started going away a little bit. I started getting more energy back. But now my problem is that I eat too much. I get very hungry because of all the exercise and maybe straight. And so I eat too much, like way more than I should, and then I get lazy and sleepy. So all that energy that I gain, I throw it away. I don't like it. So it is what it is, you know? And the other lesson that I learned about being sad, oh yeah, the soul is tired. That's something that I heard from in a TikTok. It was one of those long videos with a slow voice and music where I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this, honestly. Who has the time for it? And so I didn't. And I just went to the comments, and the top comment told me what I needed to know and motivated me. It said, uh, no, there's not enough sleep when your soul is tired. And so he was, repeating the words from the video, like, I love the part when it says, sa, 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 sa. And I'm like, well, thank you. That's the only part I need now. And I left. You see, even in my laziness, I am productive. I'm like, I'm not going to watch this 2 minutes to 1 minute video. And instead, I just go to the top comments, and the top comments show me the lesson. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Now I can move on with my life. And I hold it dear to my heart. No, there's no enough sleep in the world when your soul is tired. And let me tell you, my soul is tired. My soul is tired from the constant negative news out here, from the constant political stuff everywhere I go, where I want to turn off and just enjoy a movie. There's gotta be politics in my face. In movies, they show them. In my favorite podcast, it's all about politics eventually. The conversation moves there. In music, because something is trendy and I'm like, oh, I know why it's trendy, because of this that is happening in this part of the world. And then the gas go up and I'm like, yeah, politics, right there, politics. And then my groceries go up and I have politics. And then the school system is crumbling and I'm like, yep, that's America, it's politics right there. And so I cannot escape it. I really can't. On top of that, my ego is really high, or was really high. Thank you, Austin. It was really high. You destroyer of egos. I mean, I actually blame Jesus Christ, my Lord, for destroying my ego. So I was riding pretty high, you know, coming from Shanghai, the best city in the world. Then coming to this Austin. What the hell is this? And then getting instead of getting a job, I have a master's. Uh-huh. Valedictorian, by the way. Uh-huh. I refused it though. I refused it because I didn't go to the graduation. It was during COVID, but I was nominated for if I wanted to be a valedictorian. And yeah, I got all A's in my class. It was pretty amazing. And so I come here with a master's like a dumbass that I am, trying to look for a job, and I can't find a single job. So what do I get? Pest control. Yeah, let's go kill some roaches. I have a master's degree. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I hate that part. Now, now looking back, I want to go back to pest control. It was a very fun job. Very stressless. And it was healthy. I was going outside a lot and working out a lot every day. I loved it. And every time it was like a different house and different people, and they're all happy to see me. Um, so that's a change of pace. And then, that's over because I'm getting scared that these chemicals are going to cause cancer. And maybe, if I want to start a family, I'm getting so scared that my baby's going to come out all deformed and with issues because those chemicals that I deal with every day for like 10 hours for 6 days. It can't be healthy. Those chemicals kill those bugs in like 15 minutes as soon as I put it in there. So yeah, I'm getting scared, so I quit that job. Um, and then I land another job at what? Being a tutor at school, a teacher. Yeah, that was nerve wracking. And now I'm a teacher, and I guess my master's helps, but it's not required. It helps, but it's not required. I guess I could have done that with a bachelor's. Mm, and people there is fun. People is fun, but it's not my people yet. I wonder if this is the feeling I get. Um, I will know when I get the job that I really want and the job where I will stay forever. When the people around me are very similar to me, that's when I will know that this is my spot. Right now, these people are very nice. They're very kind. That is my people. But what they're not is their humor. My humor is super dark and racist. And I guess a school in Austin is probably the worst place to have that type of humor. Racist humor. Because Austin is all about LGBT plus AI and Disney plus. What is it? LGTV Disney plus AI. That's my type of humor. But of course, over here, that's not the right type of humor because, this is one of those cities that is like, let's welcome everybody. And I'm like, let's make it fun of everybody. And so that kind of, goes clash of clans. So yeah, the kindness, it's there. Um, the cleverness is there, just not the dark humor. Some, but I honestly, I feel like I have the darkest of all humors. So dark that if I take a shower, I'll stain it. I'll stain the bathtub. Arriving home, arriving home, arriving home, arriving home. And yeah, I haven't found it. So then I found that job. And it's okay, but I'm trying to break the habit of saying I hate it because I do hate it. But I only have about 2 months left, so that keeps me up and motivated. And once that's done, I want to get out. I'm sorry, but very secure job, very good money. Like, not really, but it's the best money I've had in the US. So it's the best so far I've had yet. Not just the best though. Can't live with this. Need more because the recession. But yeah, I'm okay. I have to leave this. And now I am resuming the podcast. I'm no longer in the car. It unfortunately, clocked out as soon as I turned off the car. Sorry about that. I was saying I don't want to be in that job, but it's a good job. It's just, it's tough. Let me tell you, anybody who's thinking about becoming a teacher, don't do it. It's gonna fall. And it's not in the cards. Say bye-bye, America, to this. Education is not it, unfortunately. It's in the pits. In the pits. Parents want us to do the parenting, but we don't have the consequences necessary to do the parenting. So, unfortunately, we're gonna do the parenting. Although I wish I could, but I'm more like a babysitter than a teacher. I wish I taught, but I feel like I'm just a babysitter, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, don't become a teacher. I'm gonna look for something else. I'm grateful for it. He taught me a lot, and I feel like I needed to be here because once again, the Lord has humbled me to the ground. I wonder how much more He wants to humble me. So that was my point. I'm being humbled way too much. So from Shanghai with my masters to pest control to teacher being disrespected all day long. Babysitter that happens to teach. Yeah. What else could I do to disgrace myself? Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I'll start a business of pest control. Maybe I'll start my own little side gig. And guess what? The Lord is gonna find a way to humble me even more. But yes, I'm saying like at this point, I'm just ready for anything. I don't care what it is. Just give me any job. Anything other than teaching. But it does have to pay a little bit. I think it has to pay at least $17 an hour. Maybe with inflation right now, at least $18 an hour. I cannot accept anything less living here in this city. And then I commute 1 hour to get there. So it's like, god damn. And it's not even that far. It's like right now on a Sunday, same hour that I would leave for work. I went to the 5K. Same direction. I could have actually arrived at my school if I wanted. I would have been there in like 26 minutes. Or less. 26 minutes. That is okay. That is perfect. With like minimal traffic. It was all blue. But now, Austin has to get so much traffic for no reason every other day in the week. In the morning and later at night. So I hate that part. There's no way to escape that traffic. At this point, honestly, just get a train. Like, just make a train. Stop making highways. If you're gonna commute for an hour each way, for like a 20-minute direction, just make a train. Stop messing around. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And so, yeah, I'm trapped. But for the next 2 months, I'm gonna survive this job. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna find anything. I'm gonna do that. And let's see how it goes. Hopefully it goes nicely. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. So just bear with me here as I'm trying to do my groceries. A lot of noise, right? Maybe more than the car. Anyways, wish me luck. So let me get out because I'm being too noisy. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you until next time.